I'm here with Jason Myhre, and I'm going to conduct an interview with him about his life in the dance world. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good.
We've known each other for a long time, yes.
I know.
Really long time, at least 20 years maybe.
Yeah.
But let's not say that.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, now here you are, you're just out there doing your thing and success and everything else.
Thank you.
First off, I want to thank you for the great job that you've done in helping us do the Girl Bling
Of course, it was my
video.
pleasure. We had a lot of
my
fun
God,
doing
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
And we could
fun.
not have done it without you.
Well, thank you.
All right.
It was great.
So anyways, I have so many questions.
Ask away.
I hope you are ready for it.
I'm ready. Give it to me.
Okay. All right, first off, what age were you when you first started dancing?
Let's see. I was probably 5 years old when I started dancing.
Wow.
And apparently from the story that my mom tells me is that I was going with my sister and my mom to my sister's dance classes, and I basically said, well, I want to try that. So then I went ahead and my mom said, all right, so then put me in an hour class, and we had 20 minutes of ballet, 20 minutes of tap, and 20 minutes of tumbling.
Oh, wow.
It was my first class I ever took.
So did you like it?
Obviously, yeah, I think so, because I stuck with it.
So
for a
what
long
was the decision point when you decided that to pursue the dance career?
Probably when I was about maybe, I think 10 years old, I received my first scholarship at a dance convention that brought me out to LA, and meeting a whole bunch of people that was at that studio and that I'm still friends with today, kind of, I think, is what sparked my interest. And then I had come out a little bit, like maybe 6 years after that, and then that pretty much sealed the deal.
Yeah, it's amazing because now you've done so many wonderful choreography for top stars.
Yes, it's been
Stuff
fun.
like that, So tell us about some of your biggest credits that you achieved. You can name names if you want, but we're going to put a link to the reel.
It's hard to say. Like, people ask that all the time, like, what's your favorite? And I think each job that I've done, I've been lucky and fortunate to work with some amazing people. So I think each job has a special place in my heart, you know what I mean? So it's like, I like little things about all the jobs. Sometimes either the artist wasn't a pleasure to work with, but the dancers were amazing, or vice versa. The artist was great, but the dancers were a pain. So, you know what I mean? Or like, we had trouble with this or that or whatever.
So it's not always just like a smooth sailing kind of thing.
There's highs and lows to each job.
Right, which is always in every form of, professions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and how do you get these jobs? How do you land these wonderful jobs? Is it through agencies?
Through an agent, through an agent, and then I'm really good friends with Tina Landon, who I've been assisting her.
Yes.
I've been assisting her for a long time, and since '99, pretty much.
Wow.
And so then we just be friends, and we'll do things together. So.
That's right. Yeah. Tell us about some disaster moment in your job that you can remember. You don't have to name names.
During the show?
During the show, during the set, whatever.
One time, I won't mention the artist's name, but there was one time we were doing the American Music Awards.
Okay.
And the artist decided to go to the hotel to change instead of staying at the venue where we were all day.
A diva.
No, but I mean, wanted a different space, and so, but then was stuck in traffic getting
my goodness.
back. So literally maybe 2 minutes before we were live on the broadcast, they entered the building and like ran to the stage, but their costume wasn't completely sewn on yet. So, so it was interesting.
This was the actual show, not a rehearsal or something.
No, the live show.
Oh wow!
So we're waiting. We're like, are they going to get here? Are we opening? Are we not? Are we opening? They're here. Get on stage. And then it was just like all mayhem, run out, and then it was quite. I mean, it turned out great.
It's unavoidable to have that kind of disaster.
Yeah, I mean, we could have stayed at the venue instead of going to the hotel.
Well, next time.
Things happen for a reason, so.
Right. So, as far as the transition that you did from being a dancer to choreographer and now directing the shows.
What
When
was
did
that
you
transition?
decide to do that?
Well, I kind of feel like I was a more choreographer my whole life.
Uh-huh.
So I was always putting on neighborhood shows and telling my sister what to do, and even in class telling the teacher what to do, or giving ideas of changing choreography, like, you know, numbers and stuff. And so I feel that I've always been doing that more so than a performer. I like behind the scenes better than being in front of the camera. So that transition was kind of easy because I feel that's what I've always done. Directing just kind of have fallen into, like, if something would happen, then I would have to step up and, you know,
Exactly,
take
yeah.
over. But I prefer choreographing more.
Yeah, like for instance, the Girl Bling video, we had a director supposedly and a camera person.
Right.
And if he couldn't make it because he was
Right.
so attentive in his camera
Right.
deal. And without you there being the director, whoa, what's going to happen, you know?
Shoot
But it
this,
was
film
great.
this, go over here.
Exactly,
dance over there, film
exactly.
that,
He
get
was
that.
very, very appreciative.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow, it was my
he
pleasure.
was so happy that you were there. We were kind of like going like, oh, well, he might say something about it or stuff, but it turned out really well.
Turned
So
out amazing.
great job.
Yeah. So make sure you guys all watch it.
Yes,
Yeah.
watch it. So, anyways, as far as the dancers goes, the new upcoming dancers nowadays, what advice can you give them if they're trying to pursue this professional career as a dancer?
Don't do it.
You know, that's exactly what Jamie was saying. Don't do it.
I
My
think-
mom was saying, because I really wanted to be a ballerina, right? My dear, you're gonna have ugly feet.
Right.
Have a very good posture,
Right.
but you're gonna be hungry.
Right. Absolutely.
But not all of
Right.
those dancers are. You know, they
No.
land good jobs and stuff, and there they are. You know,
Yeah.
they make good money.
Yeah.
So,
again, things happen for a reason. I think my biggest advice for dancers would probably be to make sure you're well-rounded. I
Okay.
think a lot of dancers these days get stuck on certain styles.
Yes.
And they treat those styles as a technique as
Right.
opposed to a style.
Right.
So when they learn other styles, they do it with that technique of the style that they're familiar with.
Right. Right.
And everything starts looking the same.
The-
So I feel that dancers nowadays are pretty much only learning one thing. And when they're asked to do other things, they're confused.
That goes to the other question that I'm going to ask you. I see these dancers with no basic training at all. They
No.
think that they could just conquer the world of dance by going in there and doing hip hop and funk jazz, you
Right.
know, and stuff like that. I mean, in your
Which I think that's
experience,
important.
it's important, but you
But
have to
let's
have
learn, right.
the basics, right?
Right, you have to learn how to walk before you can run.
Exactly, yeah. And in your case, what do you look for when you're trying to cast dancers in your show?
There's different variables that come into play, so it depends on one, who the artist is. So if the artist is shorter or taller, it depends on the size of the dancer that we can hire.
Mhm.
So we can't hire dancers that are shorter than the artist, so they always want to be at least taller or around the same height, or vice versa.
Kind of uniformity or something.
Yeah, so it looks even. So
Right.
we can't have an artist and dancers here because then they'll look, 10
Exactly.
feet tall. So we try to make the artist look as small as possible.
What about ethnicity? Is that the word?
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on
Yeah.
what, maybe the director or the show or maybe the whole project has a certain vision. So if that's the vision, if they want all Asian or all Latin or
Right,
a mixture or
right,
whatever,
right.
just basically it's about making the artist pop. So you
Exactly.
don't want, there's different things. You could either make them all look the same, or you change hair color, or
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So there's
Yeah.
different types of things, but you want them
Right.
relatively to look visually nice. Yeah, but I think dancers need to be more versatile is what I look for.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't want to be limited to only being able to have to do one style.
Right.
So like in the way that I choreograph, I'll throw in my style hip hop, or
Yeah,
tennis,
yeah.
or we'll throw in some turns, and we'll throw in like technique.
I had
and all
that
of
experience myself. I used to get so attached to you,
Right,
attached to Bill,
right.
attached to certain particular teacher that I've been going to
Dancing
and all
for,
that.
for years.
And I was
right.
going like, oh my God, when you're not there, what should I do? I have to go home because
Right.
there's no classes.
Right.
So I learned that lesson, and I started
From
taking
other people.
everybody.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, it's very amazing because you can just go in there and right there you can
And,
do.
I mean, we all
Yeah.
want what's comfortable
Exactly.
and what
yes.
we're used to.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
It's
so
just-
like an old shoe.
Right. I mean, going into the unknown is scary.
It's scary.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, regarding the new dancers again, what do you think they should have as secondary skills to boost their career?
pretty much anything else that they have any passion about. Some people love to sew, some people love to cook, some people love to draw, some people love to whatever that other thing
Or
is
maybe
that's for them.
doing a movie acting or whatever.
Or acting, or
voice.
singing, or
Yes.
whatever, anything that they also see, absolutely, they should develop.
Right,
The
right.
more skills we have, the more developed, developed skills that we have for in all areas, the more that we can do.
Yes.
And
That's
all the
that's right.
opportunities
Anything
will
about
be there.
art and stuff like that
Absolutely.
will enhance your
Yeah, the more you know, the more you
yes,
can do.
yes. Okay, this is the. I'll ask it anyways.
Okay.
How much money can a dancer make,
Mm.
professional dancer make, in
And
your
mm.
ballpark,
Well, it depends on the job. So you can think
from zero to?
from zero to charities or benefits that they're performing for, which is good exposure.
Yes, yes,
And then they're donating their time.
exactly.
There's there's this thing called Dancers Alliance that have pretty much set rates for dancers to help protect them.
Mm-hmm.
Some companies can afford those, some can't. So then it's up to the dancer to decide if they want to do the job or not. Some have a set budget saying, there was a job I had done recently that our budget for the dancers was $500 only. So that would included maybe, I think it was like an 8-hour rehearsal and then the show. So
Does that include
You know,
like
they also-
rehearsals and?
rehearsal and the show, but they also got per diem on top of that.
Right.
Then there's other two people that go on tour
Mhm.
with some major artists, and they can make anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 dollars a week. So
That's pretty good. With
Yeah, depending.
everything paid for, the fare, the
everything's paid
food
for.
and
They get per diem and all
yes,
that. So I mean,
right.
some dancers have made up to $2,500 a week. So on a tour, so it just depends on the artist and the budget and
That's
how lucky
right.
you are. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can make good money if you're working all the time. If you book a national commercial that you get residuals for, you can make money on that. But times are changing now.
Mhm.
So and the economy's changing. So there a lot of stuff are buyouts where they just give you a flat fee and then your commercial runs every single day all day long and you don't.
And do
see
they get royalties and
you
all?
don't see another dime from it.
Oh,
But
really? Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, as long as you don't get injured and stuff like that, and you
Correct.
stay healthy and all that,
Most important.
you'll be good.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
then you graduate into being choreographer, director, or whatever. If you can't stay at that particular place
Correct.
at all times,
Right.
because we're maturing.
Right,
We
absolutely.
can't say we're old, getting old.
Correct. Aging
Okay.
gracefully.
Gracefully, right?
Yes.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
What words of wisdom can you impart to these dancers that are trying to be professionals in this field?
I mean, do what you love and love what you do, I guess.
That's a good one. Yeah, because you have to put your soul into it. It's
Yeah.
like in my case, when I dance, I'm like in heaven.
Yeah.
Like you forget everything.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
you enjoy what you're doing,
Release
then it makes
every
it makes it all
anxiety
worth
that you
it.
have. Yes.
It makes it worth it.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
I tried to have a little bit of guideline and stuff like that, but I think I did. I covered everything,
You
right?
Sure did. Absolutely.
Yes. Jason, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
And we will talk soon.
Yeah, we will talk soon.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.